Saturday's competition, our first performance is at 2:55 for dance, and our second performance is at 3:55. Just see what these dancers have been working on for so long. They've been working on this since the fall semester, and I just highly recommend that you come out and see what these girls are capable of.
Hey Tiger fans, this is Khalil Baker back with another episode of Inside CU Sports. This time we have Coach Day, head coach for the dance team, talking a little bit about their program, what they have going on this weekend. Let's hit the dance floor.
Absolutely loved my time as a student here at CU. We didn't have a dance team at the time, so that's why I was kind of like lost in the shuffle. I didn't really know what I was doing, but once I graduated, I was able to start getting back into teaching dance with private lessons and things like that. After I graduated, I got a job here working as an admissions counselor. I started climbing the ranks in admissions and ended up being the director of enrollment here for a little while. But alongside of that, I was also coaching at a local high school and middle school with dance, and also started as the assistant cheer and dance coach here for a while once we started the dance team. I started feeling like that call of going back into the dance world is really where I needed to be. And so I decided to leave admissions. Even though I really loved it, it was a fantastic opportunity for me. I decided to leave enrollment and switch over to just being a dance coach, and started last year as the head coach for dance. And so I'm in my second year as the head coach and absolutely loving it. As an assistant coach, I was able to really kind of learn cheer. I was brand new to cheer. I really enjoyed that experience because I was able to learn a little bit more about like tumbling and acro tricks and things like that that I can translate into dance. But with the combination of the two, I was able to kind of watch the head coach at the time and see how she handled different issues that came along, and just everyday things that you have to do, like all of the background work that you have to do that you don't necessarily see as an athlete, with the paperwork and the planning and all of those things. I was really glad that I got to start as an assistant coach and kind of grow and learn all of those things before I just dove into the head coach position. In my first year as head coach, I really started to learn that each and every dancer was different, and how I communicated corrections and things like that with one dancer didn't necessarily translate over to the other dancer. And so I had to kind of shift my mindset a little bit and learn how to cater to each and every one of them. I had to figure out how to communicate with each and every single dancer in different ways, but learning how to do that and learning how to respect them as an individual and not just as one whole team really brings them together as a unit in competition season. And especially whenever it's crunch time like this week, I am able to say different things and all of them understand what I mean, because we know each other on a more personal level instead of me just barking orders at them all the time. My coaching style is I want them to feel 100% comfortable in opening up and taking ownership of the program. I am here just for them to help them flourish. They've already done all the learning. They know dance, they know their skills, they know how to do everything. They just need me to kind of pull them together and make them a unit. I let them have a lot of room to imagine, create, and really make some important decisions. I offer that as a vote to the team, or I ask specific people if they are like really invested in a certain area of dance. I go to them specifically and ask how they would do things, just so that they can also translate that into their own teaching whenever they graduate, because I know that they're going to go and do my job elsewhere one day. And so I like to make sure that they are growing both as a dancer but also as a person as well. Dance is a little different because you have football and basketball seasons to worry about, but then you also have competition season to worry about. So for game day, really, those kind of goals, I really challenged them this year. We always have 4 sideline routines, 10, I believe, band dances, And then we typically do 4 halftime routines, and I pushed them a little bit harder, and we ended up doing 6 halftime routines this year. And that's a lot of choreography just to keep in your head at all times throughout the entire year. And so I really pushed them to learn more choreography so that we have a little bit more to cycle through the year, and so that our fans don't get bored and things like that whenever they see our routines. With competition team, I had pulled all of our scores together over the summer and realized that we were definitely a mid to high 70s team average across the 4 years that we've had a dance team. So I wanted our 5th year to push into the 80s. And so this year we are really pushing to score in the 80s every single time. And so, and that's a lot because we have to at least have 4 regular season scores. We're gonna have around 6 regular season competitions this year. And so 6 plus regions, so 780 scores in the 80s, that's really hard to do. But with this group, I'm really confident that as long as they believe in themselves, we can definitely get there. This week we have pretty much had practice every day. They had the day off yesterday. We had practice all weekend. Definitely running the entire routine multiple times, but also breaking it down into segments, just fine-tuning different pieces that might not have hit yet, or might just need a little bit more polish before we put it on the floor, and really working on our specific skills. Within an NAI dance competition, we have to do a team performance, which is it's jazz, pom, and hip hop. It's 3 separate different styles, all into one routine. So it makes it really difficult. And so really making sure that those transitions are seamless from style to style, but also we are judged specifically on a team turn sequence, and a team leap. And so we've been really focusing on those specific skills as well, just making sure they're nice and clean and ready to be judged on Saturday. Saturday, we have our first competition of the season. We have our season opener, which is here at Campbellsville, and we're really excited that our first time on the floor, we get to compete it on our floor. But we are gonna have Cumberlands come, and we're gonna compete against them twice. We're really excited to see what they have, and also let them see our new competition routine for this year. Recruiting this year has been going very, very well. We ended up doing 2 recruitment clinics where high school dancers, freshmen through seniors, were able to come to our campus, actually here in Gosser, and they got to learn a pom routine, a jazz routine, and a hip hop routine from our girls, and also showcase some of their skills that they have already. We were able to make spot offers. We have some really, really talented dancers coming in next year, and I'm very excited about them. We have a game day team and a competition team, and so the game day team have a certain amount of skills that I require them to be able to do, and I look at their performance and see how they perform in front of a crowd and things too. With competition, I bump the intensity up on some of those skills that we need for competition. This year's team, I say this every single year, that this year's team is the best team that we've ever had, but I think it's true. Every single year we bring in fresh new talent, but also the talent that we are keeping and retaining, they push themselves even harder and advance themselves even more every single year. I'm just very, very proud of this team, and I just want to encourage everybody to come out to our home competition this Saturday and just see what these dancers have been working on for so long. They've been working on this since the fall semester, and I just highly recommend that you come out and see what these girls are capable of. Saturday's competition will also be cheer and dance. If you want to come and see and support our cheerleaders, the cheer section, I believe, starts somewhere around 9:30 in the morning, and there's 2 rounds there. They should be wrapping up around 2. Our first performance is at 2:55. for dance, and our second performance is at 3:55, and so we're really excited.
Hope you all enjoyed this episode of Inside C Sports with me, Khalil Baker. Please stay tuned for more.